It's that time of year again, isn't it, Theo? It's that time of year, the time of giving and receiving. Why don't we give 3 new animals a caring, loving home? What do you guys say? Hi, my name's Richard, aka Reptile Rich. I want to invite you into the world of living with exotic animals as pets, taking you on a journey to inspire the conservation and preservation of these amazing creatures and their habitat around the world. What's up, all you cool snakes and neonates? It's another snake rehoming today. I've got my Wubsy, copyright. Yeah, got my Wubsy, got my food. So let's head down the road, pick up a couple of new snakes and get them back up the road, guys. Let's play hunt the corn snake. There we go. This is a little anery corn. Snake that I don't know. Hey buddy. Hey buddy. Oh, seems happy enough. Nice healthy snake, good size. Well kept. Lovely. I can see these guys are just not able to look after them anymore. So we're going to take them off their hands and give them a good home. So they'll go home, they'll go into quarantine. And for a wee while as always, get them eating, feeding, and then we'll decide what's going to happen. So, let's put this little guy in the tub. I was really bad, I forgot to take my pillowcases with me. You know how I always transport something in somewhere I can't see. That was my own rushed stupidity. But like I always say, guys, this is the responsible thing to do when you can't look after your animal. I said it till I'm blue in the face. Recently there was an 8-foot reticulated python that was dumped. That was dumped in a river in Scotland. It's found the banks. Of course, it didn't survive. It died a slow and painful death. It was not responsible. So there's people like me that will happily take their animals and find them a loving home again afterwards, or give them the care until they do find a home. Why didn't I do that myself? Right, so I'm led to believe this is a yellow belly, which when you cross yellow belly and yellow belly you get ivory, which is what our alpha is. I don't know about that. There's your woozy. You can. This is a yellow belly. Oh, it might have a yellow belly. Who would have thought it? As you can see, he's having shedding difficulties, which comes from being on aspen. Aspen isn't an ideal substrate for a royal python. It doesn't hold in humidity, and when you spray it down, it gets a bit mouldy. So all we'll do when we get home is just give him a wee soak, and it'll get that off. Other than that, he is in absolutely beautiful condition. He's a lovely shape, lovely temperamented little boy. So we will get him home and give him a wee soak. So the first thing we'll do then. Guys, we are back with the little royal pants. With the little royal. George's name was, if I remember rightly. So this is George. George and Casper. Casper was the corn. So we're going to take George out. As you guys know, they all go into quarantine pretty quickly. I don't know how long my battery's going to last, so I'm going to do a quick show right now. Now he has a stuck shed and a retained eye cap. So we are going to soak him and get rid of said retained eye cap and stuck shed. So let's go and stick him in the soak. I'm going to soak him. There he goes. Hello. How's it going, pal? So there he goes, soaking away. So we'll leave him to soak and we will come back to him. So guys, this is what I'm looking for when I'm soaking an animal. Now, the water wasn't even warm. You just want to take the chill off of it. If it feels like freezing to your hand feels cold, it's too cold. If you can put your hand in it and it's just comfortable, you're just taking the edge off it. You're just taking that coldness off. Because remember, as well as not being able to warm themselves up, reptiles also can't cool themselves down as well. So if you make that water too hot, you're also going to cook the snake. So what I always look for is a cool water, just like I say, the edge off it, and when the lid is on it, it steams up like that. That basically to me is perfect. So George is just chilling in there just now, soaking. So we'll take a look at him in a moment and see if we can get that cap off his eye. So let's pop George out and see how he's doing. Oh, well, hello there, buddy. Look at that, shed's already pretty much off of him. Pretty awesome. Here's Soggy George. So what I do when she's been soaking is I take a towel and just literally let him run through it. Take his head, let him sort of form a cup around his head, not pressure, nothing like that, and just let him wander through it, just as he goes. Oh, I know we man. Oh, he's not happy. You've been stressed a bit, have you? You're alright. You're alright. Right. George has been stressed a little bit, so I think we'll put him back in because I don't want to cause him any more stress than I absolutely have to. So there goes George. Going to his wee hide. There's little Casper chilling out in there. So as you guys know, those are just quarantine tubs. Those aren't their permanent tubs. They aren't going to be living there forever. That is just a small tub that's clinically clean with kitchen roll so that I can see any mites or anything like that that may come off of them. Because it has happened in the past and I'm paranoid as hell about mites. So yeah, I'm not going through that again. So any animal, no matter where it's come from, will go into quarantine. So guys, we're up here, day 2 of soaking, day 3 of little George here being in the household. So this is his second day of soaking. Yesterday, I just left him to settle down. I gave his Viva-Wee spray, raised the humidity up a little bit, just to let him soak up that humidity. So as you can see, we're getting some shed off. And I don't know if you guys can see that, but we're starting to get some off of him now. There you go, there's a good shot. You guys can see that little retained eye cap, that's all that's left on him. So like the Burmese python, when Hunter came to me, I thought, the first time I seen him I thought the eye looked a bit iffy, but I didn't quite think anything of it. It wasn't until like a month down the line, I was like, or a few weeks down the line at the least, I was like, that looks like a retained eye cap, and after a few showers and stuff like that, it sort of like popped out by itself. You seen the little seam around the eye, and it was ready to go. But this guy's isn't hindering him right now, so all I'm going to do is just up the humidity and just let it sort of do its thing. It's not irritating him anymore. It's not multiple layers. It's only one stuck eye cap. So I'll keep you guys posted as we go on this little guy, but he is doing absolutely fantastically. Like I say, he does have some scarring on the belly. You can see that there. So he has had a burn or scale rot or belly rot or something at some point in his life. It's actually really badly damaged his vent, so he's never going to be any use for breeding, I don't think. I think he's always just going to be a loved pet. So yeah, he's doing fantastic. So we'll go and pop him back. I'll bring out Casper, the Anaricorn, and you guys can have a quick update of him. But that is little George. George is doing fantastic. Now Casper here is a little bit more on the flighty side. He's a little less laid back as George. He's going to need a bit of help. He's going to need a little bit of work to habituate him a little bit more. Now, the guys that had these guys before, like I said, just simply had lost the nerve with them. It is so common It is so common that this happens. People buy snakes or animals and they lose the nerve with them. They start to get a little scared almost, and they end up not handling them, and a week turns into another week, turns into a month, and so on. The important thing to do when that comes is admit defeat. Pass the animal on responsibly to someone else who can look after them, and give them a better quality of life. I know it's hard when you know you've gained a sort of a love for that animal and an affection for that animal, but to be honest with you, you can kill them with kindness if you love them too much. This little guy's so wriggly. You're a wriggler, eh? He's going to need a fair bit of handling before he's ready to go to a new home anyway, that's for sure. He is very squirmy. He's in the toilet roll tube. So, and he's also constantly poops, typical corn snake. So we need to clean him out again for this third time in 3 days or whatever it's been. Every day I come in and there's poops and stuff. So he's already calming down. Just like Keating, the hypoboa, when we first got him. He wasn't quite sure, quite racy about being handled. He didn't know his own strength, and over time and with work, he's become amazing. So I've absolutely no doubt. And he's already calming down in my hands now, as you guys can see. He's already doing really well. He wants in that toilet roll tube though. While we're up here, I've not done an update on little Ms. Madam here for a wee while. She's doing fantastically. Her water's doing really well. She's got that horrible grass stuff keeps going in and out of it. But as you can see, I don't know if you guys remember, but when I first got her, there was all that loose skin and stuff hanging off her. She's still got the odd tiny little bit, but it's nowhere near as bad. I've gotten rid of that through regular water changes and treating the water and all that kind of stuff. But she's doing and looking really well. Waiting to go off to her new home as well. But yeah, she is doing fantastically now. So unexpectedly, guys, we've got another rehome. We got another foster, another corn snake, a little girl this time. Another owner that just couldn't look after her anymore and did the responsible thing and looked out someone that can take her on and look after her. This one's a little bit on the chubby side. She's a chunky wee corn. You can tell because of that chubby bum there, the bulging bum. So she has cellulite lumps all up and down. She's a little bit on the chubby side, but that's okay. Nothing reducing the size of her prey items won't sort. But she is absolutely lovely. She's beautiful. She seems to be lovely nature. This is typical of the corn snakes. Give you guys a quick close up of her.
When I'm lonely in the dark, I know you are with me, yeah.
Where are you going? So these guys all did the right thing by responsibly contacting someone to pick up their animals. Unfortunately, not everyone does that, as I mentioned in the video. You should always, if you can't look after your animal, you're losing your nerve with it, you're losing your passion for it, don't just dump your animals. There's always going to be someone like me that will be able to take in that animal, even if it's just temporarily. If someone like me has more time to find a permanent loving home than you have, perhaps you're moving away or whatever. Never dump your animals. It's stupid. It is. It's irresponsible, and they're only going to suffer. Here in the UK, they're just going to die a slow and painful death. In America, they can have a greater problem because they can, in certain places, they will survive and become a problem. So yeah, be responsible with your animals. You took on that responsibility in the first place, so it's up to you to keep it up, even in rehoming the animal.